There's a new speedster. He's a threat to the whole city. I have to face him.
You don't have a lot of speed.
I have to try.
Sounds violent. I'm in.
Barry!
What you made me do? I'm sorry. This didn't have to be like this, Flash. You don't know what it's like in there. I had to get out.
Iris. Where is she?
She's still in the world I left behind, along with the rest of my insurance policy, Chief Singh and your friend Camilla. They're safe. How long is up to you?
What? Now you're gonna kill me.
There's no need for that. You're wounded. You lost your speed, and your healing is not what it used to be. You're not much of a threat, are you? You just stay out of my way, Flash, and I'll stay out of yours. I have unfinished business to attend to. And a whole world to liberate.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Charlie. This is going to be my new Flash Season 6, Episode 18 video. I'll also talk about Easter eggs from Episode 17, but Godspeed is back, and they are doing a bunch of Flash Rebirth storyline. The showrunner explained what's going on with the rest of the season and all the newer Flash story that they're pulling from. So if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe to get all the videos. We're doing an Amazon giveaway. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave your favorite Flash Rebirth moment on the video. So we'll just start with all the Godspeed stuff, the Flash Rebirth stuff, then I'll talk about Easter eggs from Episode 17. So Godspeed is back, obviously, and it's supposed to be the real Godspeed this time, not the fake ones from Season 6, Episode 1. Remember, when we opened up in that first scene, they said that there had been several fake Godspeeds before this one. They believe that they were all copies sent back into the past by someone, and it sounds like the real Godspeed is either behind it or he's tied to it somehow. So it sounds like we'll also find out what was going on with that fake Godspeed army. And this is supposed to be the post-crisis rebooted version of Godspeed. There's a different actor that's playing the character underneath the mask. But if you don't remember from Season 5, the person that did the voice for Godspeed when he was in his full costume was actually Benedict Wong, who most of you probably remember from the Jurassic World movies or Gotham when he played Hugo Strange. He's actually pretty cool, so hopefully they brought him back to do the voice for Godspeed, even though technically this is supposed to be a different version of the character. I wasn't a huge fan of the version that they did during Season 5, the one that they turned into the discount Velocity 9 Speedster that Nora was able to take down on her first day with powers. That was pretty lame, but the title of next week's episode is Pay the Piper because it's also a big Pied Piper episode, and they're going to pay off that scene from Episode 10 right after Crisis on Infinite Earths when we had the Pied Piper cameo. Remember, Barry found out that in the new Earth Prime rebooted timeline, he found out that he had done something terrible to Pied Piper in the past, and he totally hated him. But now, because he doesn't have his speed anymore, the premise of the episode is that Godspeed comes, he doesn't have the speed he needs to defeat him, so he needs Pied Piper's help to take down Godspeed, thus he has to pay the Piper. You also probably noticed that their artificial Speed Force Big Bang device didn't work in that opening scene. Pied Piper is also a genius tech wizard just like they are. He worked at Star Labs under Reverse Flash, so once Barry is able to make nice with him, early prediction, he'll probably be able to help them fix their Speed Force generator. The Mirror Master stuff seems like it's on pause next week. Maybe there'll be some kind of post-credit scene for her, because in 2 weeks, episode 19 is going to be the season finale this year, and the title of that episode is Success is Assured, which is a line of dialogue that all the Mirror pod people were saying during last week's episode. Success is assured. So it sounds like whatever's happening with the Mirror Master storyline, they're going to wrap that up in episode 19. As for what happens with the Speed Force storyline, there are a couple things that they could do with that, a couple directions they could take it, but because of what the showrunners said, it sounds like they're leaning more in the Josh Williamson Flash Rebirth direction with the story, which means either the Force Quest storyline or possible Speed Force Storm. The showrunner just said that he felt like the show had not done enough stories from the newer Flash comics as opposed to always leaning on the Mark Waid and Jeff Johns comics for the past 5 seasons. They're the classics, they have some really awesome stories obviously, but there's so much untapped potential and fresh new story that hasn't been retread 1,000 times in the brand new Flash Rebirth comics, so it's a no-brainer that they would start doing the newer stories. So as part of that, it's possible that they take the Speed Force storyline in a Force Quest direction, obviously changing a little bit for the TV show, where Barry maybe unwittingly unlocks all the other cosmic forces that coexist with the Speed Force, and they deal with that during Season 7. Because remember, there's only 2 episodes left. It's not like they're going to wrap that up in 2 episodes. Also, because Red Death and Godspeed are newer Flash Rebirth characters, and the showrunner said that they would be doing more characters from the Flash Rebirth comics, it makes sense that they would do more with them during Season 7 too. Now, Reverse Flash is a Flash Rebirth character, he has a big storyline, but it sounds like based on what they're doing with him the last couple of episodes, that they want to do him in a very different way during Season 7, so that it's not just him coming back again for the billionth time. I've already talked about how I think they're foreshadowing Red Death this season with all the major twists, the Dragon Ball Gogeta fusion speedsters, Reverse Flash taking over other people's bodies with his negative Speed Force energy, and even though this Grant Gustin Black Flash suit was just a special costume test, I really hope they go back to that idea and have some fun with it during Season 7. There are a lot of Black Flash storylines happening as part of the Force Quest storyline in Flash Rebirth. If you're not a big comic book reader, don't worry, whatever they wind up pulling from the comics, I'll talk about it whenever I do videos for those episodes. But hopefully that explains what's going on with the rest of the season. Episode 18 and then episode 19, then they're on break to the fall. In all the stuff that they were not able to film for the last 3 episodes this season because of the virus, they'll just cover that storyline at the beginning of Season 7. So hopefully that'll give them something stronger to start off the season with. And I think that's going to get into a lot of the Reverse Flash Red Death stuff because they said that originally in episode 20, or the planned episode 20 this season finale, there was going to be some epic Reverse Flash Season 7 cliffhanger that they were going to end on. So even though they can't do that this season, they were never going to fully pay off the big Reverse Flash Red Death twist until next season anyway. Everyone let me know in the comments though, what do you want them to do with Godspeed, Red Death, the other Flash Rebirth storyline stuff, Force Quest during Season 7? Remember, Season 7 is actually the last season on Grant Gustin's contract, so he'll have to re-sign or renegotiate for more seasons if he wants to come back for Flash Season 8. And if Grant Gustin doesn't come back for Flash Season 8, that's the end of the show. But it sounds like he will. It sounds like he's really excited. He's been talking about it. He's been talking about being really excited for the Superman Tyler Hoechlin TV show that's going to be happening later this year. So maybe they'll also do some Flash Superman crossovers. They kind of teased that during Crisis on Infinite Earths, where Barry winds up being this huge Superman fanboy. So maybe we will actually get a comic book accurate Flash versus Superman race. They kind of did that with Flash and Supergirl during the very first Flash Supergirl crossover when that show was still on CBS, but obviously if they can do a comic book accurate version of that, you would want to see them try. So post all your theories in the comments below. There'll probably be some more trailers for Wonder Woman 1984 coming up in the next couple of months. What's going to happen after the Flash finale is that the Stargirl TV show is going to take over its time slot. I've seen the first couple of episodes already, so I'll probably post some kind of review or breakdown video for those and just explain what's going on with it and what my thoughts are on it.
I was Starman's sidekick.
The Justice Society of America died saving the world.
Someone must carry the torch.
If you haven't seen any of the trailers, it's basically a Justice Society TV show. So if you remember, they did a version of the Justice Society on Legends of Tomorrow. This is a completely different group of actors. They're not reusing that Legends of Tomorrow stuff. They spent way more money on it, so it's way more core Justice Society if you're a big fan of that team from the comics. While you wait for everything, click here to learn about the brand new Spider-Man TV shows that might be coming to Disney Plus in the next couple of years. and click here for my Mandalorian Season 2 teaser trailer video. Thank you so much for watching. Everyone stay safe. I'll see you guys tonight.